Okay, so now we're going to do the back page. And we're going to use something this year called the Cloudy Mountain method of counting atoms. So this is a way of showing our work and working out correctly in an easy to follow way how to count atoms. So first, draw a triangle around the elements, then draw a circle around each subscript. If there is no circle, draw one and write a 1 in the circle. Draw a line under the formula and place a multiplication sign on the end. Draw a circle above each element, calculate the total number of atoms in the top circles. So we're going to start down here. So step 1, draw a triangle around the elements. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We're going to start down here with CH3 and O. So C, when you are drawing your triangles, you are looking for capital letters. So C, H, N, and O are all capital letters. So draw a triangle around the elements. Draw a circle around each subscript, and the subscript are the little numbers. So each subscript, if there's no circle, draw one and write a 1 in the circle. So C doesn't have a subscript, so I have to draw a circle and write a 1 in it. N doesn't have a subscript, so I'm going to draw a circle and write a 1 in it. Now, draw a line under the formula and place a multiplication sign on the end. So draw a line under the formula, place a multiplication sign on the end. Now, this multiplication sign is for if there is a coefficient. Now, similar to how we drew a circle and put a 1 in it here, we have to know that just because there's not a number here, we still have 1. We wouldn't have written it at all if we didn't have it. So if there's no coefficient out front, the coefficient is 1. So what you're going to do now is you're going to draw a circle above each element, calculate the total numbers of atoms in the top circles. So essentially, you're going to do your multiplication in these top circles. So I'm going to say, okay, my coefficient times my little number is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So I'm going to do a little table. So I'm going to write my elements on the left-hand side, my number on the right-hand side. Down here, I'm going to total up all of the elements that I have. So I have a capital C, an H, an N, and an O. I have 1 C, 3 H's, 1 N, and 3 O's. And when I add all of those up, my total elements is 8. So now let's do Na3PO4. So draw a triangle around the elements. Now notice that this is in lowercase a. So the whole element is in A and not in and A. So capital P and capital O. So draw a triangle, draw a circle around each subscript, and then P doesn't have a circle, so I have to draw one in and write a 1. Draw a multiplication sign and a line, and then remember this is a 1 as well, our coefficient. Draw your top circles. So 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 4 is 4. Draw your table. So 3, 1, and 4. Our total is 8 again. So it's the same thing that we just did up here, except now we have a coefficient. So this tells us that we have 4 molecules of NaClO3. So draw a triangle around each element. We have Na again. Now this is Cl, not Ci. They are really bad about giving you a different enough font where you can clearly recognize that this is chlorine. It's always chlorine. It's never carbon and iodine. It's always chlorine. But they never make that clear enough. So now you actually have to multiply. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. And then 4 times 3 is 12. Let's write T for total. So I had 4 NAs, 4 CLs, 12 O's, and that's going to give me a total of 20 atoms. So same process over here. Draw your triangle around all of your elements. Circle your subscripts, write in your ones. Line, multiply. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So we had 4 Mg's, 4 S's, 16 O's. That's going to give us 24 for our parentheses. So like I said, parentheses multiply only the part of the element within the parentheses. So you're actually going to draw a box around your parentheses, and then everything else is going to be kind of the same process. So box or triangle your elements, circle your subscripts, and we're going to deal with everything inside of the parentheses first. So like we did with the coefficients where we drew an X and then a line, we're actually going to do that inside of our box. Because this 3 needs to multiply everything inside of the parentheses. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Now this aluminum is outside of the parentheses. So I'm going to do now our coefficient, which again is 1 because there's nothing that's been drawn. So our aluminum is 2. This is still 3, and this is still 9. Because 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 9 is 9. And that's going to give us 14. Okay. So again, box our parentheses, triangle our elements, circle our subscripts, put ones. Kind of hard to squeeze that one in right here, but multiply. So 2 is going to go to our 1 and our 4 only. So 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8. And then outside of our parentheses, I'm squeezing it in because I don't have a lot of room, our coefficient is 1. So this is still 2, this is still 8. So 1 and 4. NHSO. 2, 8, 1, 4 is going to be 15. And that's how you count atoms.